Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Atari 2600 Retro Achievement Guide. This time I did a bank heist, and this game was made by 20th Century Fox for the Atari 2600 in 1983. The retro achievements for this is actually pretty easy on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say it's probably like a 2 or a 3, not even maybe. Its ratio is only 1.58. There's only one that you have to really be concerned about, and I will post that achievement immediately after this. But this game's a lot of fun. Just to break it down, it's each level is like a maze, and the objective of the game is to rob as many banks as possible while avoiding the police. The player controls a car called the getaway car and has a very limited amount of fuel, which you can only be refueled by changing cities. So you're basically going to be robbing banks and then using dynamite dropped out of your tailpipe, is what it says, to destroy other cop cars as they spawn around the bank. As you get more and more banks, you get more money. That increases the gas that you're going to have on the next board. So when you're starting, you utilize basically the board as much as possible, and then you go on to the next board when your gas canister is totally full, so that way you have full gas when you get to the next board, and then you'll also get an extra guy when you go to the next board. Pretty straightforward game, a lot of fun. I had a lot more fun with this game than I thought I was going to have. Actually just learning the mechanics of it. There's one achievement in particular that can give some people some problems, but I found a pretty easy way to do it, and I'll go through that now. Just show you some gameplay here. How this works is basically you are the car, you're driving around, and your getaway car. You hit a bank, you get points for hitting the bank, and then right after you hit the bank, you can see that there's police officers that spawn. So then you can lay dynamite and blow these police officers up. Like I said, there can only be 3 cars on the board at once. Get another bank, and you just kind of rinse and repeat this using the maze. You can obviously evade them by going through these tunnels. The upper tunnels will lead to the next wave, so you don't want to go in those unless you want to go on to the next wave. As you can see, when I run over a bank, the cop car spawns directly on that bank. Okay, so when you run over a bank, you don't want to go back to where the bank was. You kind of want to just like hang out by it, especially for this 27 cop achievement that I'm going to show in a minute. There's no reason to get extra guys or anything for this achievement. You don't have to. Some people have mentioned you can get some extra guys and then go to like the 3rd wave. And I guess you could do that if you really wanted to stretch it out. But I did it all on the first board, and I think I killed roughly 30 when I was done. So I think I killed 3 extra. And I could probably have done more because I really kind of figured this out as I went along. So like you grab these banks, and then what I would found is if you kind of just hang out here and then destroy them faster like this, then you'll kill them a lot quicker. So like even if you're hanging out like right here, you know, they're going to spawn right at the bank right as you run over it. So you're going to know exactly where they're spawning every time. So you can take advantage of that and really utilize the time on the board and the gas to destroy them as fast as possible. And as you're going through, you'll continue using gas, and eventually it will run out, which is fine, because when it runs out, you just get a new guy, and you have a little bit of gas left, like that, and you can just start killing him again, and repeat that process all over again. Kill this guy, and then go down here, and I'll show you. If you go down here and just kind of hang out, so you can see that he spawned right there, and I took him out immediately, but I also ran out of gas at the same time. So basically you're going to want to utilize the banks and the amount of where the cop spawns are, like that. Do that one, just kind of hang out there. You can even kind of throw it out ahead of time so you can see that they destroy it very fast, and you can utilize that going through to destroy them quicker instead of having to chase them all around the entire maze. But that's the basic idea of the gameplay. I'll show you real quick how to get to. So you can see on the gas tank at the very top, there's a like gas gauge, and if I go to the next board, I get an extra guy, and my gas is completely full again. And then you just repeat that process over. The boards get progressively a little bit harder, the cops get a little bit faster, and you just repeat. And so like even here you can see I have very little gas right now. Every time you get a bank you get a little bit more gas. For the next board, the actual gas tank is the only gas you have for this entire wave. But when I go to this next board, you know, I could have gotten higher gas on that and that would have given me more gas. So and you just keep doing that and getting more points. But the 27 cop achievement is probably the one that's going to give you the most grief. And I think it only took me like maybe like 2 or 3 tries using that technique of kind of hanging out by the banks. And I didn't really have to get any extra guys. You can get extra guys and then come to like this third board and have 6 guys instead of 2 or 4. So it'll make the achievement even easier, and you could probably end up with about, you know, even 40. I bet you could even do like 35 or 40 cops on one board. So, but that's the basic idea of the game, and I will go ahead and post my 27 cop run right after this, and so you can take a look at that and view how I went about doing that. And I hope that helps you get all your achievements and you enjoyed it. See you later.